BitChute is live and SensorTube is live. Hi everyone, this is chycho. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another live stream. Today is August 3rd, 2025. Thomas, how are you doing? Peace. How are you this wonderful day? Not bad. I got hit with, well, I've still got allergies kicking in. I've had like 50 sneezes this morning, just exhausted from it. I got allergies, so I might have a sneezing fit. Hopefully a little bit of alcohol and a little bit of cigar will numb the senses so it won't be so bad. So I might be a little sneezy today. Nazgul the White, how are you doing? Good evening, good afternoon from my part, I guess. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna pour myself a drink, gang. Just to, you can tell I've been like, seriously, there was times where I was doing like a dozen sneezes in a row, and having allergies like that is exhausting. Bob on SensorTube, how are you doing? New whiskey from Canada, lot 40. It's 48%, and I believe it's cask finish. It's not cask strength, and it's rye whiskey. And I've already tried a little bit. Not bad. Initially it was harsh. I did it with on the rocks with a chunk of ice in there, but then the last drink I had was neat. It was very nice. Lot 40. Greg J, how are you doing? Yeah, lot 40 rye whiskey, 100% rye. I'm not really sure what the difference is supposed to be between rye and not rye or whatnot, but salute, gang. Welcome to our live stream. It is quite nice. John Summerford, I appreciate these Sunday open discussions. My dad's got Parkinson's, oh no, and recently dementia, oh no. It's hard to deal with the medical system. I love my dad. John, I feel you. My dad ended up getting dementia, Alzheimer's last year were so hardcore. Boom, and it shot up in the last year, and he passed away in March. But it was very difficult dealing with it. I was sleeping maybe I wasn't sleeping very much. I'd set up 8 cameras on his place. I was checking them every hour, every 2 hours. That includes at night. So I wasn't really sleeping at all. Family first. You have to take care of family first, right? So I feel you. And the medical system, 100% garbage. In Canada as well. I don't know where you're from, right? You can tell my senses are a little off because of the allergies, right? There's a wasp kicking around here too, buzzing me like crazy. Boulevard Royal Corona, something strong. The wasp is like, what are you drinking? Whiskey? Come on, buddy. Oh, God. What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna light this up because it'll make the wasp go away. Okay. Bob, would you ever grow your beard? I have in the past, indeed. Oh, God is on the live chycho time. Yes, it's a cigar, man. We got info regarding bourbon. It doesn't sneeze, it sounds killer. Yeah, Nazgul, it doesn't sneeze, it's killer. It was seriously killer. Bourbon is made with 51% corn mash. Rye is made with 51% corn mash. That's the only key difference, I think. Made with They're both made with 51% corn mash. Also tends to be more spicy and bold. It is bold in flavor. Wait, no rye mash. That's cool. No rye mash. Okay. I'm like, wait a second. They're the same thing. They're just scamming us. Ariel, Chycho, you like cooking, right? Thinking of buying a rice cooker. Jeez. Thinking of buying a rice cooker. Zori Rushi. What cooking gadgets do you recommend? I.e., for a single man, laugh out loud. I hate cooking. I suck at rice. I just cook in a pot, so I don't use any special anything for rice cookers. But a slow cooker. I would recommend a pressurized slow cooker. Like I'm making chicken broth right now. You just put it in, put on a timer, and it keeps it warm. So slow cooker, I would recommend. Ariel. Slow cooker is the bomb. It really, really good, and you can make nice stews and stuff in there. So slow cooker, I would highly recommend. I would highly recommend. Mercury, do you still do math? 100%. I teach math. I haven't done the math live streams for a while, right? John Silverford, Michael Knowles, thank you very much. I'm in California. Really wish he wouldn't partake in 420. Really wish he would have partaken in 420 with his children, but he is a baby boomer, and yeah, it's that generation past a certain age, their programming is set. Very difficult to download a new update, right? Okay, Jay Sion, your channel amazing, bro. So much in-depth knowledge. Thank you very much, and to our community, of course, sharing tremendous amount of information. Right? Salute, salute. Shakoan, UK allergies suck. Yeah, I was doing pretty good for the last few years. Not too much allergies, but this year the temperature is a little off. It's colder than usual and seems to be pollen everywhere. So I got hit hard today anyway. Black garlic in a pressure rice cooker. Black garlic. I don't know what black garlic is. Nazgul. I didn't notice my mistake. No worries, Nazgul. Gandalf Potter. Hello, people of the 7 continents. I bring peace to you. Salute, Gandalf. That's cool. Big whiskey doesn't want you to know about the 51% corn mash deal. How come? Why not? Endorphin, salute. Greetings from Germany. Happy to catch the stream. Hope you're all fine. Indeed. Thank you very much. Slayer Darth, how are you doing? Hey, Chycho and Chad, how's it going? Doing good. This is really helping, actually. Elder God, Censor Dude Bob in the house. Mike, is math discovered or invented? Discovered, I don't think. Well, is it discovered or invented? Mathematics is an innate ability that we have, right? So we came up with the language of mathematics to be able to work with an innate ability. So I don't know if it's discovered or invented. The language was invented, and the language was used to discover, to what do you call it? When you put something in writing, not document, but my mind is a little mushy because of the allergies, gang. To formalize. The language of mathematics was invented to formalize the innate mathematical abilities that we as human beings have, right? So, take it the way, take it whichever way you want. JCon, could you explain premillennial dispensationalism? Oof, I don't know. Read about this a few weeks ago. I'm going through my awakening. Premillennial dispensationalism. You have to explain. Give me the definition of what that means. Maybe it's something that I know about. It's just said in a terminology that I haven't associated it to that. So what does that mean? Premillennial dispensationalism. I would have to look up the word dispensationalism. I always look up words like this to get the true meaning of it, right? Elder God comes in and says mathematics is our understanding of nature's natural science. Nazgul, I still think about how they would trade or anything like that before mathematics came around. Yeah. Gandalf, Mr. Potter, math has discovered 90%, 95% of it. Some modules are invented that are very niche in physics and especially economics, but mainly discovered. You feel like while proving a theorem leads you to a new math to prove it that you're not intentionally creating. And I agree with Gandalf that once people delve into certain systems, you discover new forms of mathematics to be able to deal with that system. So for sure there's a discovery aspect of it as well, right? Slayer Darth, I have a question. What do you think the non-textbook definition of mercantilism is? Mercantilism, isn't that just creating when a country or a culture decides that they want to, their economy wants to function on the principle of making things or selling things, right? My understanding of the textbook or de jure definition of mercantilism is that you have the context of the gold standard, or countries are competing for the largest share of a finite supply of wealth, and so they want to maximize their inflows and minimize their outflows. Typically they would focus more on exports and cap their imports, or pay for cheap raw materials they refine into finished goods that they sell for a relative profit. I've been told that the real definition of mercantilism is monopolizing access to resources. Oof, there's a lot there. I would have to look into the definition and break it down and look at a few different aspects. Like for me, I don't really categorize, like there's different belief systems with different philosophies regarding religion, regarding society, regarding how society should be structured, regarding economics, politics, and each one of those has certain each tag phrase has certain implications associated with them, right? And I'm not well versed enough to know exactly what each one of those implications is. I'm more of a hands-on type of person that you know, I know about the markets because I trade the markets. I know about business because I've ran businesses. I know about politics, geopolitics, because I've been following politics, geopolitics for decades, right? I know about food, growing food, because I grow food, right, or gardening. So I'm more of a hands-on person. I'm not a, what do you call it, academic person. So academics will sit around and discuss the differences, the nuances between each one of these different philosophies of how to, you know, geopolitical, economic, societal philosophies and stuff. For me, I'm more of a larger picture type of person. So if there's a specific something you have regarding mercantilism, the pros and or the cons of it, let me know and I'll give you my opinion on it. Slayer Darth, So if you consider Alexander the Great, for instance, sure, he could have invaded and conquered Rome, but the Roman Empire were still nascent and not really needed. But if he could control global supply routes, that would have enriched him far more than invading and conquering Rome. Sure, right now, a huge aspect of the geopolitics that's going on, the wars that's going on, is about the control of supply routes, right? But as has become obvious, controlling those supply routes is not as easy task as most people believe, right? So for example, you could build a pipeline from this region of the world to this region of the world, but you have to protect that pipeline through all its crossings, right? And that's not an easy task. So it's not as easy as people think, oh, we control the supply route. Well, do you really control the supply route, right? Cameron D, salutations on censor to Wagwan, chycho, Wagwan. I don't know what that means. The garden was thank you very much. Oh yeah, regarding the garden, check this out. I cleaned up. I showed you guys the garlic that I harvested the other day, and I cleaned up some of them. This is the ones we're going to use first because they had, they were a little bit broken or they fell apart or whatnot. And then this is the stuff that I'm just going to let age or slowly use anyway after we finish these ones, right? It's about 1.5 to 2 pounds of garlic, and still have another plate full of garlic that I harvested, and probably a couple of more in the yard that we still have to pull out. So those need to dry a little bit before I can clean them like this, right? Take off the dirt and just let them sit and use them slowly, right? So we got about, let's say, and I've given some away to some friends. I've given like about 7 to 10 bulbs to friends. So we got about 2 pounds of garlic from this year's harvest. For a first time, it's not bad, and I've already started using some of them. I guess you're supposed to let them age, but I started using it. And they taste great. They taste great, right? They taste very good. Thomas, do you believe that the Alaska mosque was truly the location of Solomon's temple? I don't believe any of that historical references to, oh, this was where Jesus was crucified, or this is where the location of Solomon's temple was. I don't believe any of that. People can wish to believe it. They just associate those locations with those historical events. And they can if they want. They can fight and die and wage war over it, but I personally don't believe it. But it doesn't lessen the importance of those locations, right? If it's important to them, it's important to them. That needs to be respected. Aldegal, practical chycho, the food growing mathematical, decentralized all around. Wagwan, what's up? What's good in Patois? What Wagwan? Is that what it means? What's up? Salute. Everything's good. Thank you very much. Enjoying something that's, my eyes, if you notice from the beginning of the stream to now, my eyes opened up a little bit because this and this are desensitizing me a little bit. So the allergies is helping the allergies. So this is not a health advice. If you got allergies, don't go drinking and smoking cigars, but it is what it is for me. Donna, that Garlic Testament was a great book from the mid-90s. Got me inspired to be a garlic grower ever since. Really, I don't know about it. What's happening, Bob? Open up your eyes. Philip D. Brave, what a nice cigar. Thank you very much, Philip. Boulevard Royal Corona, one of my 2 go-to cigars of all time. right? Nazgul, can we bring back the Silk Road? No reason, I just want to see something real quick. Yeah, the Silk Road is back already, that's why. But it's cutting out the United States because they're waging war on it in the Middle East, in Israel, right? Cheers, Chycho, on your health and happiness and family. To you as well, Philip. To you as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, enough, Mr. Potter. Hey guys, from a different chats, from all different chats, I'm organizing a riot, a peaceful, non-violent riot in front of Chicho's house. Our main ask is another financial stream. Oh, we gotta do. We've been asking for exactly 43 years now. Let's do this. Hilarious. Hilarious. Thomas, Templo Templo Mayor May what Temporal Mayor in Mexico City, which now houses the Metropolitan Cathedral, actually matches the physical description of Solomon's Temple down to the facts. It was rebuilt twice. Really, very cool, very cool. Yeah, and we have to appreciate that imperial powers have burned human history records, right, wherever they've gone. So what we know of human, our past, really is just a fraction, even if it's most of it is, a lot of it is false history, right? So we have to question everything. We have to question everything. It is what it is. Like, why did the European colonizers, when they first came to the Americas, they burned all the Mayan documentation, all the Mayan books except five? From what I understand, only five books survived the European colonizers burning whatever they could get their hands on, right? Oh, Eldegard is saying alcohol is opening up your blood vessels to give you more oxygen. Is that what it is? It works. Whatever it is, it works, right? Euro doubt, dear Chicho. What do you make of the Gestapo style arrest of Arno van Kessel? He was prosecuting Bill Gates for vaccine injury in the Netherlands. Yeah. I saw that. I didn't recognize the name at first. Complete fucking tyranny. Like, crazy. Like, Western world is collapsing. It's collapsing hard. And why was it allowed for him to be arrested? Because Bill Gates has billions of dollars and bought off the governments, right? It's not just Zog that is real. It's like oligarchs control our judicial system, our healthcare system, our political system, our economic system. We need to get that back, right? We need to get that back. We are not serfs. We need freedom, right? Aldecott Mayan cookbooks are hopefully, maybe. Ronan, I used up all my alcohol tickets early in life. Yeah, I used up a lot myself. Caesar, how are you doing? Israel will be free from the river to the Jordan Sea. You mean Palestine? Palestine will be free from the river to the sea. I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah, we've lost our history. Mayan texts were of the devil. We came with Christ to get rid of it. Yeah, yeah, and I'm pretty sure Christ was totally okay with you genociding a whole region of earth, of God's children. Man, that Christ, your Christ, sounds like the devil to me. I question 6 to the power of 10 to the power of 6 times 10 to the power of 6. Killing in the name, we are in decline. Thomas, Pakala's tomb, his scar, scarf, the thing you buried and put the lid on them, right? Has the imaginary imagery that portrays Solomon's death according to the Quran 34:14. Please look up an image and the Quran scripture and compare. Caesar, Christ is king. King of who? And which version of Christ? Right? XNB, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Did you see Colombian President Pedro's statement on Gaza? No, 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 I haven't seen that. Was it today? Was it today? I didn't see it. No. I watched some of the interview of the US mercenary that was hired on in Gaza to help with the Tucker Carlson and other interviews that he's given to feed the Palestinians working for the IDF. Horrendous, holy fuck, horrendous, horrendous. Israelis will never live this down for decades upon decades, if ever, and they should never be allowed to. Slayer Dark Chycho, do you have any tips for finding new communities on Matrix? No, no, the only Matrix community I go to is ours. I'm busy enough there and other places just gathering information. So what do you call it? There's only a certain amount of time, right? Elder God will, though. Elder God will most likely have. Right? Gang, let me do my little intro so we can grab the thumbnail. I'm gonna light this baby up. Man, it's good to have eyes open. I should have had a drink earlier today, but it was like, you know, this started hitting me at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I wasn't going to start drinking at 7 o'clock in the morning. Thought about it, but I decided to hold off. Maybe next time. Right, gang, if you wanna follow this work, we're on Patreon, Substack, Subscribestar. You can follow the work there. We do have a Matrix space that you can join our little community, share information, and welcome to some of the people, couple, 2, 3, 4 people that have joined us in the last little week or so. Salute, salute. We are live streaming on Twitch, on SensorTube, on BitChute, and on DLive. You can watch these streams on those 4 platforms, and we upload every video to BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, and most videos to SensorTube. Okay, we are on Twitter, we're on Minds, we're on VK, we're on Truth Social. Oh, and actually, we're going to be on VK until I load up the little segment saying that we're not going to be on VK. So we're no longer going to be on VK. Truth Social, we're on Substack Notes, we're on Blue Sky, we're on Gab, and we're on Getter. You can follow us there. Okay. And welcome to our live streams, gang. And for those of you that are supporting this work on all these platforms and more, okay, thank you very much for the support. Thank you for being here. Maybe support through liking, sharing, joining our live streams, supporting us through Patreon, through Substack, through SensorTube, whatever platform it is. And salute to the mods, gang. Salute to the mods. Thank you very much for having our backs, being here, and to the community, gang. Salute, salute. Caesar, as long as this guy's censored, then I'm okay. Hilarious. That's cool. Blessings to all that join us. Blessings to all. Thomas, do you believe there is any possibility of the ancient beings and creatures described to us by the ancient Greeks could have possibly existed, such as the gods Apollo. Yes, but I don't think they were gods. I think they were either certain iteration of human beings or possibly extraterrestrials, ET, that came here. And there's a huge possibility that human beings were really a genetical experiment by those who visited the earth before human beings were here and were genetically modified from certain other living creatures that were here, right? For sure, that is a possibility. And there is, look into the giants. Giants lived among us, right? Philip, that is a boss cigar. I'm slightly jealous. Scare people away. GMO humans, yeah. Eldegoss says it. He said it way shorter and better than me. We are a seeded colony. There's a huge possibility that we are a seeded colony. Yes, 100%. Huge possibility of that, by the way. Huge possibility. Right. Monsanto or Mansanto. Jonah, how are you doing? Bankers and has no right to exist on territory of another country. What do you, bankers? That doesn't come out right, Jonah. Bankers, centralized bankers? I don't know what you mean. Thomas, which the Christian church claims to be the story of the birth of Christ. I mean, if you look at the history of, the origin of the biblical origin of Jesus Christ and God, all of that goes back like through mythology of Greek mythology and beyond, right? So what was it, Apollo? I looked into this a long time ago, so I forget the names, but the Son of God coming, being sacrificed and stuff. A lot of this is the same story has been told pre-Bible, pre-Judeo-Christian mythology, right? So all of this stuff about the one God and all this stuff, man, their history, according to biblical Judeo-Christian history, it goes back like 10,000 years, 20,000 years, whatever it is. But if you look at the archaeology, my mind is mush because of allergy, the paleontology and all this, if you look at just geological time scale, human beings have been around not for thousands of years or tens of thousands of years, but for hundreds of thousands of years, right? And the technologies we've had was amazing in the past, right? And if you even like, if you want one fact for you to understand that we are not the pinnacle of human civilization and the mathematics we have was not the end all and be all of everything, right? Well, look into the indigenous populations of the Americas and the way that they built some of the temples that they had, where it was in line with astrological events that were happening over a 25,000 year period, right? Like solar eclipse, those happen on a regular basis, but certain planetary bodies lining up in certain ways, like that stuff was, look at some of the pyramids that were built, like, I don't know, whatever, 5,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago. The mathematics required to do those things was incredible, right? And the physics of it, right? So all of this history that they teach us in centralized indoctrination centers is pretty much bullshit, right? Lost ancient civilizations and advanced technology, no doubt, right? No doubt. Incredible indeed. The Peru stonework is absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing, and the way they're uh, placed on the earth, like seriously, it's incredible. Thomas, exactly same stories, which makes me want to ask you, are you aware of the names Gary Cleveland Myers and his wife Caroline? Thomas, I don't know, I'm bad with names. I might have come across some of their writings or lectures or interviews years ago, but I just can't place it. I would have to see it to remember it. Caesar, the barbaric natives of America were conquered, though we won. Did you win? Were you there? Did you win? What did you win exactly? When you say win, what did you win? Did you win? Do you consider winning when you destroy knowledge? Because they destroyed, the European colonizers destroyed a tremendous amount of human knowledge, right? Is that a win in your book? Genocided 95% or 99% of the indigenous is that a win? So do you think Zionists are winning when they're genociding Gazans? Is that a win in your book? What's a win? Destroying human knowledge, that's a win for you? To me, that's a fucking loss, right? Donna. Donna, not Donna. Donna. Ronan, yeah. Do you lift a 40-ton block 50 feet in the air and have it fit like a jigsaw puzzle? Sharp corners, eh? Jonah, is you being censored again? I'll censor too. We, the Western man, enlightened the lands. Nothing of value was lost. Jeez, Louise. In your puny little brain, maybe, but a tremendous amount of value was lost. You know what? One of the greatest losses that that humanity suffered under the colonizers is we lost so much knowledge about indigenous plants and their healing abilities, where we're relying on centralized, monopolized pharmaceutical companies to harvest healing compounds from plants, to concentrate it, to provide it to us as pills that have insane side effects so they can deliver a certain healing element, compound, nutrient to us that would keep us healthy, possibly cancer free. You consider that a fucking win? Now that's some low IQ red rat shit right there, right? What was Jonah's question? The history of humanity makes no sense. Yeah, the history of humanity. Eldegal says that the history of humanity makes no mathematical sense. It doesn't. Caesar, don't blink. I think Caesar's just trolling. No one can be this big of a rat, right? Jonah, post your question again. Wow, Ben, how are you doing? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Rona, have you heard of a sound hospital? No, but acoustics is healing. I know people that do acoustic and resonance healing with people, and it works, right? Sound is vibrations. Oh my God, we're vibrational beings, electromagnetics, right? Shimon 89, evening Chicho. Been a while since I've I've been able to catch a stream live. Glad to have you, Shamon. Hope you're doing well. Sound baths, and just tuning forks. I know people that have tuning forks. They have the metal. They have you put a vibration on you, put a tuning fork on you in certain places. That vibration is healing. One of the reasons I go to festivals, I go to shows and dance, because that vibration from the speakers, that's healing. That's healing. Jonah, bankers and has no right to exist on the territory of another country. That doesn't make sense, Jonah. I'm reading your comment. Bankers and has no right to exist on the territory of another country. What do you, I don't know what that means. That sentence doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, tuning forks have nice vibrations. I listen much ASMR. Yeah. Why do people think ASMR, some of those sounds that people make and the vibrations and stuff, why do people think that thing's taken off right in the last 15 years? Yeah, Donna's saying bankers and who? Yeah, bankers and who, Jonah? Bliss. Woman, states, corporate enterprises, cultural heritages. XNB, families. XNB. I'd question that history too, though I'm under the impression we got better at communication, thus technology suddenly spread faster. Yeah. Flip. It is a natural medicine against many things, Chanting. Like a lot of cultures have chanting meditations, right? Have you ever, I've done it before, where you hum, send that vibration throughout your whole body. It's calming, it's relaxing, and it's healing, right? Shamwan, I'm gonna say. Curious, what do you think about this online safety BS in the UK and other countries trying to emulate it? Feels like the free internet is going to have going to have to go underground, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's just fucking full-on tyranny rolling out. Fascism. Anybody that supports this online safety acts and save the children and stuff, those pieces of shit politicians and bureaucrats that are pushing this, they're the enemy of humanity, of free thought, of freedom, right? This should be treated as such. As such. They're my enemy, they're your enemy, they're humanity's enemy. They're fucking full-on fascists. They need to be dealt with, hopefully peacefully. MGGA. Philip, humming is nice, like the Buddhist monk. Yeah, and there's lots of other tribes, cultures that have humming. Look at the Sufi whirling. I have a friend, I could call her friend, actually a couple of friends that do Sufi whirling. I put out a video, mathematic video, interviewing one of them regarding Sufi whirling and how it's mathematically related, right? Look up on my SensorTube channel and just do Sufi whirling mathematics chycho, and it should pop up, where we sit down and we talk about the whirling and how it's related to the spiral and the meditation, and like it's amazing. And I've seen her whirl, it's like, oh my god, and the head just goes into a complete relaxed state, and their total meditation, just whirling. Amazing, right? Yeah, Donna says that save the children, they say, unless you're a kid in Palestine, right? And then we'll send the bullets to Zionists to shoot them, right? Crazy. Thomas, are you familiar with Cahokia Mounds in the U.S. state of Illinois? Um, is that the one where uh, one of the mounds you could go inside and it has the window, and during a lunar eclipse it shines a light? I think that type of eclipse happens every 15 years or something, and it shines a light exactly on the temple or something like this. I looked into this stuff a long time ago. I did actually did a video where I was talking about mathematics, how it's related to things, where uh, I was just going off, just ranting about mathematics and how it's an innate ability. It's in every tribe throughout history. The mathematics of some of the indigenous populations pre-colonizations were extremely powerful and stuff like this. And I flashed certain images of certain mounds and pyramids and structures throughout the Americas and different parts of the world. Right? I don't know if that would be one of them. Paul Oliver, evening. This looks like the fun place. Thanks, Oliver. Paul Oliver, Dugan. It's a nice place. I got lots of tomatoes coming in. Wobbin, you always that's something like it in China. It's the world gov's catching up. It's world gov's catching up, right? And a lot of it, it's the credit system, the digital currency, the the bills, that the Trump administration just passed regarding stable coins, which are really, as Martin Armstrong says, they're war bonds, right? So it's man, we're going through a period right now, gang. If you know some of the things that have happened throughout history, take things that took maybe 2, 3, 4 decades to roll out 100 years ago, 200 years ago, and we're seeing it all being rolled out within weeks to months, maximum within a couple of years. We're seeing everything take place that would have in the past taken 40 years to take place. Now it's being rolled out within 6 months, right? So we're in a time of the quickening. We're in a time of the quickening, right? Woman, what area of geology did you work in? I did geophysics, but I studied hydrogeology. I've taken paleontology. I've looked into archaeology. So anything related to the earth, I studied a lot about things related to the earth and geologic time scale and where human beings fit into it. And there's a lot of questions that I had regarding that period. Geomagnetic fish, yeah. I looked into with geophysics. I've looked into geomagnetic shifts and pole shifts and all that jazz. Incredible times. Jonah, Chicho, my question comes in two parts. You don't see first part. No, I don't see the first part, Jonah. That's the kicker. That's why it didn't make sense, right? WS Banker, blockchain is a great idea. It doesn't have to be connected to central banking 100%, but like a lot of great ideas is being hijacked by centralized power, right? Lonely Piggy, how are you doing? Yo, Chicho, how's the weekend treating you, my friend? Oh, really good right now. I had a major allergy attack all morning, and since starting the stream with these guys, the allergies have sort of dissipated, gone down. So my head is working a little bit better now, because I was having 12 sneezes in a row. I was sneezing, I don't know, 50, 60 times in the morning. It's just like exhausting. Thomas, anyways, is basically in my backyard and been a central part of my independent studies. The grounds Monk's Mound can be found on has every ancient writing marking of ancient Mecca. Oh, really? Very cool, very cool. WS Banker, the world is a smaller place due to the internet. Yeah, Wobbin, you can do legal real estate transactions with cryptocurrencies in Uruguay. Yeah, I've heard it taking place. Sure, sure. It's a legitimate form, but we shouldn't allow centralized power to hijack it, which is what they're planning to do, and they're doing it. They're rolling it out. Opinion IP Man movie. Movies. Oh, IP, the Chinese the movies. Number one, two, three, four. I don't know how many there are they in right now. I've seen one and two. Fantastic. Ip Man one, Ip Man two. Super good, man. Super good. So good, so good. I watched them when they first available for streaming online. Lonely Piggy, I feel you. Haven't been attacked by allergies, but migraines and pounding headaches for the past few days. Had to take some shifts off work. Even oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. I've had friends that have had migraine headaches. Not good, not good. Debilitating, right? Ip Man movie I did love. Philip says Ip Man was teacher for Bruce Lee. I have that book also. Do you? Nice. I don't know. Do you say Ip Man or IP Man? I always said IP, but Ip. No, no, I did say Ip. I can't remember now. But super cool, super cool, fantastic. I love martial. My Wobbin gang, my favorite martial arts movie is a Shaw Brothers movie called "Come Drink with Me." Okay, that's because it has extremely deep philosophy about human beings, right? Come drink with me. There's a whole bunch. Oh, here's a spider. There's lots of spiders in my garden. See this? Doop. He just crawled onto my hand. Hey, where'd you go? Oh, he's going up. Come back here. I don't want you to come into my head. Come here. I'm gonna put you over here. Where'd you go? Okay, you're gone. Yeah. Come drink with me. Come drink with me. Amazing movie, amazing movie. I need to watch it again. I've seen it multiple times. I saw it in the theater once. Oh God, I went to Ip Man's old martial arts studio in Kowloon in 1987, and Bruce Lee's family home. Very nice, very nice. Woman, I like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Yeah, that was super cool. The mix of martial arts, a tiny bit of philosophy, the medieval fantasy Chinese setting just does it for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Tai Chi is great. Banker says Tai Chi is great for stress relief. Buddhist first. Saw a while ago. Buddhist first. I haven't seen that one, but Tai Chi for sure. Waxia stuff is just generally good in tone, tastefully. Waxia. I don't know what waxia is. Do I watch Bruce Lee movies? Whole 23. Did you watch Bruce Lee? Yeah, I've seen all the Bruce Lee movies multiple times. Multiple times. I wouldn't mind actually doing a marathon of Bruce Lee movies again. Waxia is a Chinese mythological martial arts genre. Is it? Ah, that's that what it's called? Waxia is the Chinese mythological martial arts genre. Very cool. Mortal Kombat, the set. Yeah, 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 yeah. Void. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Mortal Kombat. It's based on old Chinese literature. Very cool. There's another one that what was it called? It was really good. It was oh, I forget the names. I haven't followed them for a while. XNB. The in your face, we're going to kill children in front of you, tell you it's not happening, and punish you for saying otherwise, end quote. This is worrisome to me, in large part because it's like they're asking for rebellion. Yeah, they are. They are. They want to roll out more tyranny, right? So we have to be very careful. Iron Monkey is really good. No, Jet. There's a movie with Jet Li. I'll give you the ending. Gang, I'm giving you a spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. There was a movie that came out. It's not a Shaw Brothers period. It came out in the last 20 years. It was a Jet Li movie, and here's the spoiler warning, gang. It's a spoiler warning, where Jet Li is trying to kill the emperor, the Chinese emperor, and he finally goes into the temple or the castle where he's at. He has the opportunity to kill the Chinese emperor, and he spares him, and he says, "You must stop now," meaning expanding China. And he leaves the temple, and he stands at the gates. Okay, and a whole bunch of archers, arrows fly at him to kill him. And the moral of that story is that he was the reason that the empire, the China drew its boundary and did not become an imperialistic state, that it tried to grow beyond this its means. It was a really good movie. I forget what it was called. And the Japanese samurai movies are absolutely amazing. Hero, Elder God, was it called Hero? So good, so good. And the blind, Ichi the killer. Well, Ichi the killer is that. What's the blind swordsman? The Japanese samurai, the blind swordsman, Zatuichi. So good, so good. 2002. Yeah, Hero, Elder God. So good. Yeah. Fantastic movie, fantastic movie. I gotta get back into those martial arts movies. Very good, very good. And Zatuichi, the blind swordsman or something like this. Yeah, Japanese movies are nice. The Seven Samurais. Oof. Netflix has some good ones. Netflix has some good. Yeah, yeah. Does Pirate Bay has some amazing ones that you won't find on Netflix. Hero, really good, really good. And Jet Li, fantastic, right? Hadn't heard of Zatuichi. Still remember Lone Wolf. Yeah, 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 yeah. Seriously, some of the like some of those black and white Japanese samurai movies. Whoa, so effing deep, so deep, so deep. Right, absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. Right, and there was a remake of Zatuichi samurai TV show was great too. Shogun, yeah, yeah, yeah. The newer, it was really good actually. I liked it. Yeah. Anyway, Shogun is nice. Yeah, my dad took me to Macau to play poker at the tables. I was only 15. Nice. I would like to go to Macau at some point. You got to be flush to go there. Older one is better. Yeah, I agree. 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 The old ones are better, right? Sham 189. I'd recommend the Grandmaster if you like something more philosophical depth. It's a different take on the life of Ip Man. Grandmaster, the Grandmaster. I don't think I've seen that one. The Grandmaster. Grandmaster Flash. Philip comes in. Hilarious. That's the American version. Da, 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 da. Hilarious, hilarious. Fun. This is a nice chill stream. I like it. I like it. We're going pretty hardcore on everything else so far. Right. And we're going to do a map stream sooner rather than later. I've been trying to figure out which direction geopolitics is going in, war is going in, and it's pretty much set. So we've caught up to where we finished off with the map stream, where things want to explode, and I think we're going into the next phase. So we do need to do another update. Gandalf, what's about a chycho? Ever went on a cruise ship? Is it a good experience? I'm considering it for the first time, but I don't know. No, I've stayed away from cruise ships. Family, there was a point where family wanted to go on a cruise. I've had family that have gone on cruises and they loved it. I've known friends that have gone on cruises, they've loved it. For me, maybe when I'm older. Right now, I just not into being locked up on a ship with a whole bunch of people that I might not like, being fed insane amounts of food with casinos and drinks and pools. I don't know, it could be a good experience. I've heard the Alaskan cruises were really nice and stuff like this, but it's just not my thing. Elder God, clean the map. Let's reset it back to war watching. Okay. You know what? We'll clean it during the math stream. We'll start it, take everything off, and begin again. Sound good? And one thing we have to do with map stream is now highlight superpowers in the world, right? We got China, we got Russia, we got the United States, but I think another superpower we have right now is also Iran. Okay, close, very close. Solaris on Sensor Tube. Good morning, Chycho. Love from New Zealand. Lots of love right back to you from Canada, brother or sister, of course. So happy to finally catch another one of your lives. Hope you and your family are happy and healthy. Thank you very much to you and everyone here as well. Salute, gang. India, not yet. Gandalf, Mr. Potter. I don't think India is a superpower yet. India is still playing, we don't know, we're doing this, we're doing this. India is very fragile and it's under attack, and it's making the wrong choices to a certain degree in large ways. They're still playing soft. They need to take a stand, right? Scoop, they're strong, they're influence in the world, but they are fragile. Scoop 1337, Chycho, what's your opinion on fast food? I work a really busy schedule sometimes, which forces me to take that option. Don't eat the fast food, junk food stuff. Don't do it, especially if you're working a busy schedule. That means you're making a lot of money. You know what? Reduce your workload, eat healthier. That's going to save you. That's a better investment than trying to make a shit ton of money and bank it and try to get interest off of it. Because the number one reason that people declare bankruptcy in Canada, United States, and I'm pretty sure in Europe and huge parts of the world, is ill health. And if you're eating fast food, junk food, because there is fast food, like here, this is my snacks for today, right? Bing, bing. This is my snacks, right? This took a little bit of time to do the cuckoo part, right? Check this out. I got beets, right? So beets is pretty fast. All you got to do is just clean it, right? And then put it in water and cook it, boil it, and you get beet juice out of it. You can drink the juice. It's got all the minerals. Amazing. You can cook a huge pot, put it in the fridge, and eat it up. This is avocado. Crazy good food. And this is cuckoo, right? I got cuckoo recipes on how to cook them in our videos, right? The cuckoo takes a little bit of prep time, but I make enough to eat for 3 days, right? So I'm eating this for 3 days. Avocado with beets. Why go eat junk food like McDonald's or KFC? And oh my god, don't eat that shit. That'll kill you. Man, the noise factor in my neighborhood has gone through the roof. When it's not construction, it's all car alarms. Beets are so healthy. So healthy. Yeah, ginger and kurmama. Avocado is so good. I don't know what kurmama is, right? So don't eat junk food. Like really, do anything else other than eat McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, KFC, Denny's. Don't eat that stuff, man. That stuff will kill you. It turns your brain into mush, right? WS Banker, argon testing. You're a geologist. Geologist. Nice. I'm a geophysicist, not a geologist. I was in med research. Was in the 2022 tech layoffs. Love math, music too. Yeah, India, like the U.S. is holding on to colonial policy. Colonial influence is done. All colonies out. GG Grandpa was. What is that? Hodinasi, not American or Indian. Hodinasi. I'm not sure what that is. I'm assuming that's a tribe in the Americas. Senior on chain. I had McDonald's this morning. I felt like I got poisoned. Yeah. I haven't eaten McDonald's for over 25 years plus, right? I haven't drank Coca-Cola for, I think I might have had a rum and coke once like 10 years ago, but I haven't drank Coca-Cola or any cola. Every now and then I drink ginger ale. Maybe I've had ginger ale 3 times in the last 15 years, but I haven't drank cola for over 25 years. My health improved so much when I stopped eating BS junk food and drinking pop that has an acidity of like 2 or 3. It's crazy. Gandalf Mr. Potter update. Since Chycho said there will be a map stream soon, we decided to postpone the riot for a financial one. God bless. Hilarious. Shame one. Cooking fresh food yourself always tastes better as well. Fuck the hyper processed junk. 100%. Alex Ryan, hi Chycho. What are your thoughts on JD Vance's comments regarding investigating a UAP phenomenon further, and Trump stating he wants to release all the files from the Department of Defense regarding the UAP phenomenon? Is full disclosure imminent? No, I don't think full disclosure is imminent. Take everything that comes out of centralized power, especially the US government, Israeli government, China, Russia, EU, Canadian government, Western governments in general, as total BS. They are lying to us. They are lying pieces of shit. All of them. I don't think full disclosure is imminent. Not even fucking close. Right? Not even fucking close. Gandalf Mr. Potter is asking, when did you become health conscious? I became health conscious really to another level when I got exposed to Salvia divinorum. When I experimented with Salvia divinorum back in 2000, 2001, all the way through the 2000s. Right? I realized that we eat too much, we consume too much junk, that processed sugar is total poison, that alcohol, even though I'm drinking alcohol right now, is putrid when you're at peak state of being, when you're completely detoxed, Okay. Um, so Salvia divinorum, or I should rephrase that, maybe entheogens, right? When I really went down the realm of entheogens, I realized I became, uh, I made peace with food and plants and gardening and growing food and being way more aware of what I was consuming, right? Huge, huge. Once you go down that route, you you can't go back. You can, I guess, but that means you're just committing suicide, right? Like leaving Las Vegas. Like, uh, you decided to kill yourself, and you're killing yourself in that direction, right? Gandalf wants a Potter, dude. They lied to the world and gave edited footage about Epstein. Why would anyone believe their stuff anymore? 100%. 100%. Raticida. Raticida. Salvia never ends up in nice rooms. They are the Joker dandies. Way better DMT. Salvia allows you to retain the information from the DMT realm so you can use it in your real life, right? Or present state of being. Protein complements. I don't consume protein, any supplements or complements. I try to eat healthy, where the only thing I really need is whatever the nutrients, the food that I'm eating, healthy food that I'm eating provides me. That being said, vitamin D, zinc, quintessel, if I'm feeling low or whatnot, sometimes I consume some of that uh, as a preventative measure, right? Donna, BDS, McDonald's anyway. They are high on the BDS list. Boycott, divestment, sanctions, yeah. Most, it's like Starbucks. Man, fuck Starbucks. Zionist fucking corporation. Right? Philip, proteins from beans, some nuts. One of the best proteins you can eat is eggs, right? Thomas, what are your thoughts on the protocols of Elders of Zion? Uh, are they fact or fiction? I think they're from what I understand, they are they're forgery, they're fake. But however, it's a blueprint of what's being rolled out. So I don't know what their origin is, right? No one really knows. Some people, they say it's fake, it's this, it's this, it's this, but it is a blueprint of what they're rolling out, right? I haven't read the whole thing, just snippets I've seen here and there, right? Shamon, I've tried cutting alcohol completely, but I can't deny myself a glass of good whiskey at the end of the week. Nice. I've gone periods where I don't drink at all. Like the longest I went without drinking any alcohol, no beer, no wine, no spirits, nothing, right? Was probably 4 years, and that was during the Salvia period, right? Let's say 3 years, 3 years, none whatsoever. And then I would have a sip of something like this, and I'd be like, oh my god, what? My tongue would just burn. I just like, what the hell? And to myself I would go, why in the world was I drinking this stuff, right? Yeah, no, with the butter. Fun fact, the one superfood, what was that? The one superfood that never spoils, honey, 100%. Eat how many eggs, Elga? One, two, three, four, five, six. You eat 6 eggs a day. Nice. I ate 4 yesterday. Delicious. Gandalf, Mr. Potter. All right, Chycho. No one is perfect. What's your addiction? My addiction. I believe in maybe comic books. I believe in extremism and moderation, so I have multiple passions, but I never allow any single passion to turn into an addiction. And to me, an addiction is something that takes away from all your other pleasures in life, all the other things that are important for you in your life, right? So I don't sacrifice this, or other things in my life for this, or alcohol, or food, or anything like this. So you can have multiple passions, and I do. I just don't allow them to destroy my life, right? Simsbury, I don't fuck with alcohol or tobacco, just weed. The science on alcohol and tobacco is horrendous. Indeed. Indeed. Right? But everything has its uses. Right? Thomas, read them side by side with Der Judenstadt. When you do, it is eerie how well they flow together. I don't know what Der Judenstadt is, Thomas. First time chat, Vox VF. Do you like Trump? Do I like Trump? No, fuck Trump. Why would I like Trump? He's a lying, genocidal piece of shit. Sleepy Waves, how are you doing? What up? Late to the stream. Did I miss much? We're just chit-chatting. First time chat. Is XCG Gaming. You watch FNCS. I haven't watched FNCS, but I watched Fulikuli. I don't know what FNCS is. Radicita. I only do THC for a few years, and if I stop doing it, I start forgetting who I am. I tell you, THC makes me a better person. Yeah, cannabis has been part of my life for a long time. That being said, I have stopped consuming cannabis for multiple years at times, right? Vox, I love Trump. He's so cool. What's he cool about? The hamburgers he eats, the fucking big amount of lard he's carrying with him, the amount of lying that he does, right? What's so cool about Trump? I don't know. Right? Plutonic Florist, how are you doing? Welcome back. Robert Aldani, $5 super chat on SensorTube. Thank you very much, brother. I spoke with some Iranian Assyrians and was surprised by their loyalty to Iran. It really shows how many lies were told about that country. 100%. Anyone that is Iranian, born in Iran, may they be Armenian, Assyrians, Zoroastrian, doesn't matter, right? They are 100% loyal to Iran and oppose, let's say 99% of people oppose any regime change agendas that the Western world has for Iran. You have to be a traitor to Iranians to support any regime change in Iran, right? Synthberry, fuck APEC. Trump turned out to be a full-blown Israeli servant. 100%. Trump did a 180. Anybody that still supports him has their head up somebody else's ass. They can't even get it up their ass. Like, fucking crazy. We got a couple of Trump trolls here. Trump is my leader. Hail Trump. Well, pretty much, right? You should sign up to the military. Vox FV. Sign up to the military and go on the front lines when he sends you to war. Rest in peace, motherfucker. I'm okay. A Plutonic Plurus. I'm okay with him being foul. I'll approve even his message saying "fuck you." There you go, because I said "fuck you" to him. He's allowed to. If he's spamming us, sure. If he's fucking multiple one words all over the place, sure. We silence him because he's trying to yell in the conversation. But Thomas, in Der Judenstadt, written 1896, he makes the question: which land would make for a better Jewish state, Argentina or Palestine? Argentina. I'm pretty sure he says Argentina, right? Gandalf, Mr. Potter. If Trump is your leader, the Zionists are your true leaders. Wake up. Yeah. Trump is owned. Right? He's just a little twerp. He, he's just he's a nobody. He's just put in place, and if he steps out of line, they're gonna chop him, right? Oh, Vox, come on! I'm not gonna approve that. What are you, crazy? That's low IQ what you said there, right? Anyone who supports warmongers is cattle for the slaughter. Yeah, and I think they should join the military. Anyone who supports warmongers, join the military right now, mofo. What the fuck? Join the military. If you're 100% Zionist, if you're 100% pro-Trump, if you're 100% pro-EU, right now, go join the military. Fucking sign up, bitch. What the fuck? What are you doing here? Sign up. Go to war. First time chat. LS Steve 14. I understand that there are people who support one or the other party in the US, genuinely thinking that it is his best asset. Party Partitocracy defends the interests of corporate elites. Pretty much agree. I've never heard that word before. Partitocracy. Right? Vox, you don't live in Mother Russia. Hilarious. Oh, it's just a 9-year-old troll or something like this. Poor guy. Dagger Z, love what you do, Chycho. Thank you very much, Dagger. We just do what we do. Thomas, Argentina happens to be where the exact replica of Solomon's temple was, just completed a few years ago. Ah, okay. Well, we're out. There's a reason why Argentina was home to many of the Nazis, right? We're going gentle. Let's put the cap back on it. See if we Chycho, for real, sign up, hoes, line up and bend over your masters. Yeah, yeah. WS Banker, Argentina is also where many Nazis fled to after the war, if not connected to the project Paperclip. Thomas, yeah. And says a lot about who the Zionists were and who the Nazis were. They were working in cahoots together, right? Salute, gang. Poor Argentinians. Do not give any ideas to those psychos. They already know. LS Steve Z. Ellie, how do you pronounce that name? Ellie Steves 14. Politicians and the mass media divide society and pit the neighbor, the friend, the loved one against each other. I wish we could come together. Greetings from Spain. Salute to Spain. And I agree with you 100%. Hell to God, Hitler died with a pina colada in his hand. Yeah, dancing the tango. Right? Plutonic Flores. Or in Antarctica. Oh, nice. Vox, low IQ. Ariel, Chicho, thoughts on Venezuela? Interesting. Largest oil reserves in the world, right? Uh, the Western world in desperate need of oil reserves, hence the war on Venezuela, the multiple coup attempts in Venezuela. But the tide is shifting, and it's still a huge turmoil in South America, right? Colombia is trying to lean towards South America, distance itself from the United States, but we'll see what happens. There's a lot of turmoil going out there. Oh, Vox, no, you're nasty. We're gonna we're gonna ban Vox. How do you ban him? Where is he? I don't want. How do you ban this low IQ person? Elegant, Plutonic Voice, you're welcome to ban him if you want. He's attacking people. It's okay if he's talking shit against me because I put myself out there, but he's talking shit against. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, Elegant, I won't do it. You can take the hits. That's fine. He comes back, Vox says it, and he takes him out. Elegant banned him. I guess you didn't see the remark he made against you. Because I had to allow it or something. Yeah, the guy's fucking done. The guy's done. I wanted to. Oh, you wanted to do it. Awesome. Just low IQ, man. You can't allow low IQ to degrade our chat to that level. That's fucking ridiculous. It's like a monkey throwing shit all over the place in a restaurant. It's like, kick the monkey out of the restaurant, man. Why is a monkey allowed here? What the fuck? Sleepyways, why did the Nazis go to Argentina? Because they had already taken it over. Look at Millet. He's a fucking full-blown Zionist piece of shit. He took all of Argentina's gold, took all of Argentina's gold, shipped it out overseas. Where did he ship Argentina's gold? Right? Nazis and Zionists have had control over Argentina for decades, right? They took it over. It was easy prey, right? Bad time for him. I seriously hope he joins the military. I do. Don't ban. They're boosting your algorithm. Yeah, it is what it is. No, but we don't want to degrade our community to a level where it's a monkey throwing shit at everyone. That's disgusting. Like, fucking get rid of that monkey. It's not house trained. Thank them for their service. Haha. Donna, for sure. Thank you for being here, Mugs, but you threw too much shit around. It's said that parts of the Catholic Church were helping some former National Socialists to escape. They argued with victors, justice among others. Yeah, the Catholic Church was for sure in cahoots with the Nazis. There's no doubt about that, right? Random Moose Brains, how we doing? Sup, Chycho in chat, been lurking, but finally able to say hey. Hey, how are you doing, Random Moose Brain? Welcome back to our live stream. Elder Chycho, I've got much thicker skin than your average rhino. 100%. Me too. But it reaches a certain point where I just go, fuck it. Oh, fuck it. And they're still doing a little bit of work here, right? You can hear wood being thrown. Like, even on a Sunday, and this is a long weekend holiday in BC, they're still fucking at it. Man, craziness. Oof. All I know, the stream saved my ass today. It's preventing me from having allergy attacks. Gandalf, Mr. Potter, Chycho lost some weight, I see. I'm getting back into shape slowly, right? I was dealing with a lot of family stuff in the last 2 years, and I let myself get a little bit of loose, like eating a lot of pastries and stuff because it's helping our family. Lack of sleep. But now that's taken care of, right? Family first. Now I'm getting back into my rhythm again. right? It's going to take a little bit of time, but it is what it is, right? Apple talks about I'm a lumberjack, and that's okay. Hilarious. First time chat. Mr. XDBX. Are Zionists and Nazis antithetical to each other? Antithetical. What does that mean? Never seen that as a dichotomy. Kind of like a Botswanan Inuit. No, Nazis and Zionists work together. They're like, look, if you don't believe me, I hope you believe your own eyes. Ukraine is ruled by Nazis, right? Azov battalion and whatnot, swastikas on their patches and tattooed swastikas all over the place, banderites, right? In Ukraine. And you had Israel sending delegates to Ukraine to help them out, selling weapons, right? You had IDF working with Ukrainian Nazis to wage war on Russia, right? You like at present we had Nazis and Zionists from Israel working together, all right? Nazis and Zionists, two sides of the same coin. WS Banker. Inuits can't travel to Botswana. There are definitely foreigners there, but Inuits, hilarious. What are they doing over there? Crazy. Steve 14. It's beautiful to see that you're surrounded by nature. Thank you, thank you. By design, right? Chycho looks like 2016 Chycho. Thanks, Elder God. Appreciate it. Salute. Elastic. Yo, homie. Hold on, I gotta read that. Yo, homie. Hope all is well. Saw you streaming. I knew you'd be dropping some knowledge in here, and I was right. Nice. Welcome to our live stream. Right? Philip says maybe this is AI Chycho and the real is sitting inside flexing and relaxing, playing with the kitty cats. Gandalf and Sabrata, this guy Vox that you banned is the type to report your videos. 100%, 100%. Zionist piece of shit. Mutually incompetent XNB. Yes, literally two sides of the same coin. An image search for Ein Nazi Verhart nach Palestina will demonstrate. I've never heard that before. Hollywood Fish, how are you doing? Is that incense or weed brewing? Over there, I got a cannabis plant there. I got a cannabis plant right there, this one right here. And I got two little guys, cannabis there. We're allowed to grow 4 in Canada, so I'm growing 4. Right, and this guy has a beautiful Cuban cigar. Pluton Explorers. Azerbaijan is currently criticized for being too Russian friendly and too Israeli friendly and cooperating with the West. Well, they're not Russian friendly. Azerbaijan is 100% Zionist controlled dictatorship. I hope the Azerbaijani people will be able to free themselves from the Zionist control. Otherwise, they're in deep fucking shit. Right? Mr. X. DBX. Yet Nazis built concentration camps to kill Jews. That seems strangely confusing. And Zelensky is Jewish, right? Confusing. Well, Judaism and Nazism are not synonymous. Always keep that in mind, right? Always keep that in mind. We're not saying Jews are the same size of two coin as Nazis. We're saying Zionists are, right? There's more Christian Zionists than there are Jewish Zionists. So don't buy into the propaganda that Judaism and Zionism are the same shit. They're not. They're not. Sean Sloan, hey Chycho, first time messaging. I'm Irish man that lives in Scotland. Just wondering your thoughts on how Ireland has been standing up for Palestine, and do you think Israel will try punish Ireland some way? They are already punishing Ireland. They're collapsing Ireland, right? Look at the mass migration into Ireland. Look at the economic problems of Ireland. Look at what the internal turmoil of Ireland. Look at the rhetoric of the Irish politicians and bureaucrats. Look at the censorship in Ireland. Look at how the Irish police are brutalizing the Irish citizens, right? Zionist Israel, EU, has already been punishing the Irish, right? Why? Because the Irish people are pro-freedom. They have supported Palestinian people for decades upon decades upon decades, right? They know what an oppressed society looks like, and Palestinians are an oppressed society, brutalized by the colonizers, and the Irish know this, right? So I hope our Irish brothers and sisters will be able to free themselves from ZOG, Zionist occupied government, right? What is Shimon? Shame 189 said, I had to approve your message. I'm just going to read it. I was watching some censor tube on the TV the other day, and there was an ad with a disgusting Israeli propaganda saying they're not mass starving people. I couldn't believe the doublespeak. Yeah, I've heard someone commented, actually more than one person commented on censor tube on my channel, saying that Israel is taking on a lot of ads on censor tube trying to defend their genocide, trying to defend themselves, saying they're not starving people, killing, mass murdering Palestinians. To me, that's fucking insane, right? Who believes their bullshit anymore? Elega, Zionism as a modern political movement is approximately 127 years old. It was officially founded in 1897 with the first Zionist Congress in Brussels, Switzerland. I'm going to allow Synthberry. Some reason Twitch zapped you. Synthberry, why would Zionists engineer Holocaust and mass Muslim immigration to Europe? Because they want all Jews to return to Israel. They need to create persecution abroad, 100%, and that is part of their agenda. Donut Chycho, does casting off Zog necessarily mean bloodshed? No, I hope not, because the Zog government, the Zog occupied nations, there's only a few hundred or maximum a few thousand people that are ruling over us. Deal with them, and the rest is freedom, right? There might be a little bit turmoil there, but it is what it is. Call it growing pains, and it doesn't have to be violence involved. Sha 189, me getting warned that my last message may contain words that could be considered offensive or disrespectful tells you everything. Yeah, pretty much. I have to approve them manually, by the way, on Twitch. I think CensorTube doesn't even allow us to approve things. They just prevent it from appearing, right? Newt Master, Israel has used CensorTube for paid propaganda for years. I constantly see their ads. Gang, recommendation: Ad Blocks Plus is your best friend. On this computer and the other two computers that I have, so 3 computers total, I do not see any ads on CensorTube. No ads on YouTube. I don't expose myself to ads on YouTube. I don't get any ads on CensorTube. Okay, no ads on CensorTube. Plutonic Plurus. Originally, Zionism was part of the national state movement of the 19th century. Oh, CTE. They are fighting ad blocks. My mine doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. Try ad blocks plus. Update your ad blocks. Update your ad blocks. I don't see any ads. I don't see any ads. Elder YouTube Vance if you're on mobile, okay? uBlock Lite or Origin. So new master saying I would advise using uBlock Lite or Origins, okay? Okay. My ad blocks plus still works, and I run a few other things as well, right? So I just loaded on as many apps as I needed to end the ads, and I haven't seen ads on SensorTube for on my computers anyway for a long time, like years upon years. Thomas, Encyclopedia of Zionism states Zionism term coined by Nathan Birbaum in 1890 for the movement aiming the return of Jewish people to the land of Israel. 1896 on refer to the political establishment. Gang, here, since we're talking about Zionism, you need to watch what Gabor Mate stated regarding Zionism. And Gabor Mate, a Jewish Holocaust survivor, right? His parents were in concentration camps. He was born during the Holocaust, I believe, right? So Holocaust survivor, even though he was a little baby, he calls Zionism a cult. Why? Because he gives like 4 different points. I don't know if I can remember them all, but Zionism is a cult. I always treated Zionism as a cult, right? It's a death cult, by the way, right? Because Zionists, anyone that considers themselves Zionists, they attach their identity to Zionism, right? That means that anyone that attacks their Zionist ideology is considered to be evil, right? They associate they anyone that used to be a Zionist and moves away from Zionism, they consider them to be brainwashed, to be for example, if they're Jewish, they call them self-hating Jews, right? So Zionism is a full-on cult. And you know what, since I'm bringing this up, here's the link. I posted it in our Matrix server. Let me grab it for you. I'm gonna give you guys a link to Gabor Mate where he explains that Zionism is a cult. Here we go. I'm gonna link up the Twitch. Copy link address. Doink. Here, let me link this up for you guys, gang. Here's the link to Gabor Mate explaining that Zionism is a cult. Okay, I just posted it on SensorTube. Here it is on Twitch. I'm gonna link it up on BitChute. Doink. Snake attended. Subdued. Greetings on BitChute. Salute. Hold on, I gotta move the BitChute. Oops. Hey, how come my link didn't come up on BitChute? Okay, oh come on. Okay, I think it's trying to link it up. And here's a link on DLive. It's a Twitch, not Twitch, Twitter video, right? Just watch that right now if you want to find out what Zionism is. And it's a death cult, right? Astro, you're from BC. Yeah, I'm from BC. Gabor is great, 100%. Zionists are more extreme than anything I have ever heard of Scientologists doing. That's for sure. Yeah, they're fucking disgusting, man. Plutonicus, it's difficult that 3 religions claim holy site in a small region of the world, and when geopolitics and regional politics come into the mix, it gets complicated. But it's not really. They're using the people. Centralized power uses the people, pit them against each other to obtain more power. That's all it is. Gandalf, Mr. Fodder, don't forget about Christian Zionists, yeah, which I argue may have just as much more responsibility of what's going on. They have just as much responsibility of what's going on, 100%. And from what I understand, there's a lot of people leaving the evangelical Christian Jewish Christian Zionist movement, right? Because they're fucking disgusted with Zionists committing genocide, right? As they should be. They, if you're a Christian Zionist, you're the first person to go to hell when you die. The fucking God is gonna piss on you, spit on you, and then shit on you, and then send you straight to hell to suck Satan's cock. That's what God is going to do, because you're a fucking genocidal psychopath. Fuck off, Christian Zionists, right? Chycho, you know that the CEO of the contracted U.S. company that is working with Gaza Aid Foundation that are now death traps, he is known proud Christian Zionist. Yeah. A lot of the people in the Trump administration are Christian Zionists, hardcore Christian Zionists, fucking psychopaths. So it's financial support, political support, and physical support as well. 100%. Yeah. At Dahi on CensorTube. Salam alaikum, Chycho. Alaikum salam to you as well. I hope you're doing well, and welcome to our live stream on CensorTube. Salute. Delicious. Thomas, if you do the time and really dig into the history and contacts of those who created modern Israel, Mecca, and the Vatican, you'll see as you go back in history, the original founders were the same. 100%. Yeah, Gabor ripped them a new one. 100%. Man, Jews, true Jews who know their history, they fucking detest Zionists. They fucking detest them more than anyone, more than me, more than you, because Zionists are using the Jewish identity to genocide the indigenous population of the Middle East, right? I'd be fucking pissed if someone was using my name to kill men, women, and children. I'd fucking go after them so fucking hard, right? That's a great little short, eh? Gabor's got a lot of them. Brilliant guy. From my part of the world, by the way. And Aaron Mate, his son, that is a journalist at Grey Zone. Fantastic work. Fantastic work. Thomas, Adrian Reynolds is who set up the geography of each location. It's crazy, crazy. Mr. XDBX. A good clip of Gabor, although he seems to make a distinction between Zionists and Nazis, probably because of his camp experiences. But indeed, in discretion here, the Balfour Declaration was British imperialism gone wild with Zionist manipulation. Yeah. And remember, the royal family in the UK has Nazi, they're really just Germans. Right? German Nazis. So it's fucking crazy. Shot 189. What is it about religion that attracts insanely evil people? I struggle to understand how genuine believers can be so stupid. Give these people a pass just because they invoke the name of their god. Trump literally fits the mold of the Antichrist. Yeah. Now I think what's his name? The person is taking advice from that clown with the fucking southern accent. He fits the mold better. Trump is just a puppet, right? Gandalf, Mr. Potter, by the way, many Palestinians come from a Jewish background. People aren't ethnically Muslim. Many converted later on. It's like Iran. There were Zoroastrian and the Muslim hordes came in and they became Muslim, right? First time chat. How do you pronounce the look kind? Jin Lukhin. I'm literally dragging my bowels around in a bin bag. Oh, that's unfortunate. JD Vance. I love the memes of JD Vance with the big head all over the place. Fucking hilarious. Mr. XDB. I was surprised to discover that Rothschild was not a Zionist. Personally, I can't help but believe he bankrolled them. Yeah, yeah. It's just Israel is a Zio-colonial state. Why did they establish it there? Because they needed access to the energy supply of the Middle East, right? So Jews, Zionists, are being used as cannon fodder to provide cheap energy to the Western world. That ain't gonna work out too well for them. Platonic Florist, big head JD Vance is great. It's amazing. It's one of the greatest memes ever. The big head JD Vance is fucking. Every time I see it, it just cracks me up. So good, so good, brilliant, really brilliant. So nice. I haven't sneezed for like an hour and a half. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Solaris, it's gotten impossible for me to shield my daughter from Zio atrocities. Partially my fault, so of course, but she used to love food. Now she barely eats, and when she does, she tells me she feels guilty. She's, oh no. Any advice, Chicho? Cut her off of internet. Cut her off. However, explain to her, Solaris, explain to her what's going on. Children are, in general, from my experience, able to process information better than most adults. So explain to her that this is not her fault. This is not her fault. And the best thing she can do is to make sure she's healthy, she's educated, aware of what's taking place, and she needs to take, you know, she's 9 years old, so she really doesn't need to take any steps to resist what's happening, but she needs to be aware of it. Her job is to keep her health, be healthy, so when she's old enough to resist this type of tyranny, to resist this type of atrocity, she can. Right now she's 9 years old, she can't do anything about it, right? But she needs to make sure she's healthy. Okay, that's what she needs to do. Elder God, Chicho, don't talk about it. Akira has entered chat. Chicho, Elder God, don't talk about what? Tell me what not to talk about, and I'll take your cue and I won't talk about it. Corey Samuel, Chicho, have you seen the new Superman? What do you think of it? Quite interesting how the main conflict in it mirrors the Israeli genocide. I've heard about it, I haven't seen it yet. Oh, sneezing. Okay, yeah, I won't talk about sneezing, but I think for now anyway, I hope it doesn't come back later on this afternoon. Like, yeah, I want to see it, Corey Samuel. And from what I understand, the Zionists did not appreciate it, so they've been downvoting it and trashing it because they don't like it showing humanity that what Israel is doing is genocide, right? Chalovk Mutiaga, try to prompt ChatGPT to answer questions. Yes, no, only ask them, quote, is it acceptable to compare X to Z? Try any combination. Works fine until you compare Zio to Nazis or Netanyahu to Hitler. Mind blowing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. ChatGPT, all these Silicon Valley AI things, they're all just fucking propaganda machines to try to. They're a tool if you're doing benign things, but if you question their genocidal fucking agenda, they'll vomit back at you. Oh, you're anti-Semitic, you're this, you're this, you're this. Fuck off. I don't use any of those AI answering things. I do my own searches to find information. I don't use AI algorithms to do anything, right? To do anything. Correction. Prompt was, quote, is it acceptable to compare X to Nazi Hitler? Chat box just freezes when Zion and Netanyahu are mentioned. Yeah, she can write postcards. She can write postcards. She can make art. Tell her to make art or anything. You're the father, you're the parent, you're the mother. You have to be able to explain it to them. Like, really. Gandalf, Mr. Potter, by the way, what's going on in Sudan as well? The starvation there, devastating. I guess the media isn't interested in those places in Africa. Not enough money there. Ah, lots of money there. It's the centralized power doesn't want eyes on there, right? Because it's the same people that are committing genocide in Gaza. Aldegos says it. I recommend everyone in UK get a good VPN, preferably an SSL. Okay. Untold Misery, Chycho, sending blessings to you. YouTube has blocked every comment I sent you today. Fuck. Crazy. You must be asking or stating the right stuff, brother. Salute. We knew the shit was going to hit the fan in Sudan when, what's that actor's name? Clooney. George Clooney came out like 15 years ago, 18 years ago, doing a press conference saying that Sudan has to be split into North and Southern Sudan because of children. So they brought in a Hollywood fucking actor, piece of shit, right, to push the separation of southern and northern Sudan for an agenda, right? Fuck Hollywood. Church, can we just put politicians on the front lines and let them ballot it out and leave average citizens out of their politics? Yeah, I think that's what should be done, right? And their families, as far as I'm concerned, their children, right? If they're of age, as long as if they're supporting their parents, put them on the front lines. Sham 1. The new Superman was great in my humble opinion. Christopher Reeve is still my favorite on-screen representation, but the new guy is a close second. Is it? I love Christopher Reeves, man. That original Superman movie was fucking really good place in my heart. Really portrayed what Superman was the best of humanity, and that's what Superman is supposed to be, the best of humanity, right? Okay, I scrolled all the way down to the bottom of chat on Twitch game. Repping his lawyer wife at the same time, I think. Yeah, Clooney. Hollywood, man, disgusted with Hollywood. I've been disgusted with Hollywood for a long time. We really enjoyed this thing. It only took us 2 hours to get down to here. Yeah, but it's the best of humanity, right? You don't have to be human to represent what the best of humanity has to offer, right? That's the kicker, right? That's what WS Banker says. Laugh out loud. Superman isn't human. No, he's not, but he represents the best of humanity, right? So he's outdoing human beings. That's why he's so attached to Earth. He loves Earth beyond anything, right? Donna, yes, give her an outlet for her beautiful heartfelt feelings. Yeah, man, I feel for kids right now, children right now. They've been attacked, they've been brutalized, they've been fucking annihilated in the last few years by centralized power, right? Thomas, how ironic is it that Ukraine and the US both have actors leading their nations that are obeying their bosses in Israel? 100%. What did Elder God say? Me and Chycho had a bet on what country in the Five Eyes would go 1984 first. I guess the UK back in 2018. Yeah, and UK went full blown. And the, what do you call it, the Commonwealth, that's the head of the Commonwealth. That means that's what they plan to roll out in the rest of the Commonwealth, right? Canada was pretty damn close with freezing bank accounts, deplatforming people, preventing travel, arresting peaceful protesters, throwing them in jail. Crazy. Elder God, Canada's pretty damn close, but you win with the UK. You win with the UK. Untold misery. Kids were thrown into camps, and the clueless parents are stunned that they are not making it like they did. Yeah, 100%. You send your kids to centralized indoctrination centers, i.e., what they call schools, you're out of your mind if you're a parent. Really. I feel for you if you have to work, pay your bills and stuff like this, but figure something else out. Do not send your children to centralized indoctrination centers. Right? WS Banker, thumbs up for humanity. Humans do it best, though. Represent humanity, that is. Hollywood wants us to believe we aren't capable. 100% I agree with you. Right? Hollywood wants us to believe that we need a savior to come and save us. No, we don't. We can save ourselves. Fucking grow some balls and do it. Gandalf, Mr. Potter, I don't know. Canada feels like it's in worse shape than UK though. No, UK is worse. Gandalf, Mr. Potter, UK is worse. Right? Look at the fucking bill that they just passed regarding the internet. Right? Canada is following suit, but Canada debanked people before the UK, right? And then UK debanked people, right? Spot of Tea said Australia, miss him. Yeah, Spot of Tea. Australia's fucking right there, the triple fucking tyrannies, right? Pluton's plus. UK is probably worse regarding persecuting free speech and protests, but Canada seems to have less protests overall currently. Yeah, they put the fear of the tyrannical state into most Canadians, right? Canada had millions of people protesting the tyranny, and they fucking called millions of Canadians demons, and most Canadians fucking believed it. Like, unfucking believable, man. Canada, majority of Canadians are low IQ fucking red rats, man. I tell you that as a Canadian, and I'm sad to tell you that, but a lot of Canadians are fucking clueless. On a Sunday, on a long weekend. Construction. XMB, to be fair, Hollywood has been pushing the idea that anyone can grow some balls. Some, not really, right? Most people haven't. Most people haven't. Gandalf, Mr. Potter, I still haven't seen something as insane as what happened during the convoy protest in the West. Yeah, that was insane, right? Huge. Proud to be Canadian during that period, and I'm still proud to be Canadian, but the small minority of 10 to 15% of Canadians that understand what tyranny is. This is Canada. Fucking every neighbor is doing some kind of construction to their house, because fucking they rather do that, and I have no idea. It's fucking nuts. We're walking around with leaf blowers. Lark Bark, hello Chycho and everyone, and good afternoon. Good afternoon to you as well, Lark Bark. Salute. Void Hook, you know what's getting bad in Canada when us Quebecers are like, so when are we standing up for Canada? Hilarious. I love my Quebecois friends. Fucking I miss Quebec, man. It was fun time traveling Quebec. QCT3, are you allowed to do construction on Sundays? These clowns are fucking crazy. It's nuts. It's like I've made peace with it for now, but slowly I think we're gonna start looking into moving because there's way too many clowns in our neighborhood now, and the crime rate is through the roof. Homelessness is through the roof. Mental illness is through the roof. Like, it's crazy here. In the complex that we have, everyone living in our complex has their house has had their cars broken into. Everyone, right? And we live in a fucking posh neighborhood, like good neighborhood, so good neighborhood, right? It's nuts. Thanks, QCT. The garden looks amazing, and I spend a lot of time here. I used to during the day before all this construction went insane because it's too noisy. The kitty cats still love it, but I usually have everything closed so the noise doesn't interrupt me inside the house. But after hours and in the mornings, I come here and spend a lot of time here, working in the garden and stuff like this. Samurai 1GG. Gee, hello, first time chat. Salute. Gandalf, Mr. Potter, how long have you been living in there? Moving is a big deal, especially figuring out leaving to where. Yeah, leaving to where we don't know. We gotta see what happens with the housing market. But we've been here for about 8 years now, 8 or 9 years now, right? You guys want to see some of my tomatoes? Check this out. I gotta pick some of them. I'll pick them right now. Hold on. And the grapes are coming in. So many grapes. These aren't fully ripe yet, but I just figured I'd show you. Like, they're not fully ripe yet. They're gonna be they're gonna be tart, but they're gonna be juicy, right? Tart but good. Here's just a handful of tomatoes. They're just starting to come in, right? Check it out. They're just starting to come in. We've already been harvesting some of them, and they're really good tomatoes. Fresh tomatoes off the vine. So good. Untold Misery, Chycho, I dig your style, man. Very much like the dude, the big little. Nice, thanks. But I don't do stupid shit like him. Get involved in this crazy scheme. Oh my god. Chycho got great cheese. Nice. Very nice, very nice. So good. The tomato is really good. Should we take down a big one? Look at this goodness. It could ripen a little bit more, but what the hell with it. Yeah, that was delicious. That's so good. This is what I do when the harvest season comes. I walk around the patio in the front yard and just eat. Lonely Piggy personal finance. Grand opens, but Chicho looks taller than I expected. Lava love. And looks like he knows some martial arts. Looks like the older dude that you don't want to fuck with. He knows a thing or two. Unfortunately, I've been in some fights in my life over the years, so I know how to. I do well. Fortunately, I know how to defend myself. Unfortunately, I learned it from experience. Right. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Salute. I love the sounds of kids playing though. That's one thing I do love. Chycho is a real Brian Myers. Brian Myers, the name rings a bell. Salute gang, Plutonic Floor says. Man, amazing being able to breathe. Like crazy. You explain to people, I'm smoking a cigar, having a drink, but it's allowing me to breathe, taste food. Like, but people don't understand this, right? It is what it is, right? Breathing spiritually, yeah, yeah. Be at peace, man. Not just oxygen, not just oxygen. Yeah, no, Mr. Potter, yeah. You need a lot more than just healthy food and fresh air for your soul, right? For your spirit. Rankers, not enough kids to play. In my neighborhood, there's a lot of kids. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it. Thomas Chicho, I got to run. It's been enjoyable. Blessed week ahead. Peace. Peace, brother Thomas. Thank you for popping in. Salute. Brian Mills. Taken father played by Liam Nielsen. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Lark Park, nature is one of the many things in life we often take for granted. Agreed 100%. And by the way, gang, just so you know, I spent a lot of time in my life as a geophysicist in raw nature, right? I've been in places where barely any humans been in to do geophysics and stuff like this in raw nature. I've done geophysics where there was a bear, black bear, like 15 feet away from me, just standing there watching me do geophysics, right? And I had to be aware of my surroundings, nature, how to deal with bears and stuff like this. So it's good to be have created this in my living space, because since I'm not doing any more geophysics, I'm not going out into the wild to do work and spend all day there, sometimes multiple days or weeks at a time, to have this, right? One of the reasons I created this, right? Pink QB, what do you think of the Iranian droughts, geoengineered weapons? Possibly, Pink QB. From what I understand, Iran's having some water issues. It could be a geoengineered weapon attack on Iran. We're not 100% sure on it yet, but we'll see where it goes. It's only going to lead to more conflict, right? Imand on Censor 2. Opinions on Saudi Arabia in general and its role in getting other states to recognize Palestine, such as the New York Times meeting with France, New York meeting with France. Opinions. Saudi Arabia is a monarchy, is a dictatorship that is a Zionist allied monarchy, dictatorship. However, they're smelling the coffee and they're slowly trying to separate themselves from the Zionist colony. Is that going to stick? I don't know, but I don't trust the House of Saud, right? I don't trust Saudi Arabia because they've been involved in multiple atrocities over multiple decades. So they have to take some serious moves to convince me that they've changed their ways and they're no longer going to stand with Zionist Israel and NATO and allow the Zionist colonial state to genocide the indigenous population. So we'll see what happens with Saudi Arabia, right? Remember, they gave birth to Wahhabism, supported ISIS for decades, right? We're almost 2.5 hours. We're gonna take a couple more puffs of this, gang, and call the stream. Plutonus for Saudi Arabia is authoritarianly modernizing, and they probably try to keep good relations with the West and the East. Yeah, they're trying to find a walk a fine line, but I don't trust the House of Saud. We'll see where it goes. Remember, they were fucking waging war on Yemen for a number of years and were responsible for killing men, women, and children in Yemen. They just lost the war in Yemen. Otherwise, they would have continued what they were planning to do. They just smelled the coffee and realized the West is not as strong as they fucking claim to be, right? New Master, I think Saudi only cares about money now. I think they've only cared about money since their establishment. That's what the House of Saud is. They've only given a shit about power and money, right? They've never cared about the indigenous population of the Middle East. North Park defund APEC 100%, and their subsidiaries, right? Sham 189, chycho, when are you planning your next geopolitics map stream? Hopefully in August. Planning on the next 4 weeks. Okay, we need to do an update. Donna to Lark Park, are you sitting down? It's not just APEC. It's NORPAC, RJC, J Street, DMFI, CICK, all Canary missions, etc. We're occupied territory 100%. It's not just APEC. APEC is actually not the biggest funder of ZOG. It's all their subsidiaries, right? Lonely Piggy, after the map stream, cookie stream, we'll try it. Lonely Piggy, we'll try it. We got to do a barbecue stream. I'm gonna try my best. A barbecue stream has to be it's got to be at least 2 days in a row, possibly 3, right? Marinate the chicken, marinate the beef, marinate the whatever else we need to marinate, and then the second day or 2 days from then, do the barbecue. Okay. Lonely Piggy, man, I've been grilling all summer too. Best season, yeah, really, I've been barbecuing a lot. Really good. Oh my god, I'm gonna keep sending messages about it. And finance stream, for your information, you get more revenue from streams about finance. I do, but most of our live streams they've been demonetized lately. I wonder why. On Censor 2 anyway. A Gandalf, Mr. Potter, finance niche is the best paid in ads on revenue. Okay. We'll try. We'll try. We'll try. One more puff. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Salute, gang. Thank you for being here. Pink QB currently got a nose full of coffee flavored tobacco. Nice. New master. So I should doing content about meme coins. Haha. I should start, yeah. Meme coins. Craziness, craziness. Gang, let's call the stream. Let's call the stream. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for participating in the discussion. Thank you for all your support. Thank you to the mods. Thank you for all the kind words. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. Okay, I'll upload some segments in the next few days and try to edit this, and we'll see what we can do during midweek. But too much construction, as you can tell. It's just insane. But we'll definitely try for next weekend. We'll see. I might have to take next weekend off, but I'll let you guys know. Okay, aside from that, gang, take care, be good, be kind, make sure you stand on the right side of history. Okay.